So I have to tell you about my friend Sean, who I met on Match.com.
Oh.
And that was a success story. So we weren't compatible relationship-wise, like romantic-wise, but a friend till the end, right? I love him. So this was my literal very first date.
Oh.
Yes. Because, like I said, where I grew up, you didn't go on dates. You sat on tailgates and drank beer.
Right.
And actually, that's not true. I do remember I did have one date. And we'll have to talk about that another time because it was actually a good story and I spilled my milkshake.
Oh, cute.
But anyway, so my friend Sean, I met him online. We talked for a while. I was so nervous and he knew this, and he had been on Match for a while. He had been romantically challenged for a bit, and he was a little bit older than me. I'm 45, so I want to say maybe he was 50, so he was my age, right there around. And we hit it off really good, talking back and forth on the phone and via text. And so I finally decided I would meet him, and I went to Austin for the first time. I think that was for my first time. And I had a big old Ford F-150 truck
Nice.
that my mama bought me
Oh, cute.
whenever I moved to Texas so I could be a real life Texan. And so it was lifted, right? I wanted something big, loud, and black. That's a good story too. So anyway, I am trying to get down to this date. Really nice place at some rooftop place downtown Austin, hoity-toity, because he's bougie like you. He's fancy. And so I had never gone, of course, downtown. Like I had never been really to downtown anything like that. That was a huge city for me. So it was magical, but overwhelming. And so I couldn't get my too big truck in a parking garage because sorry ladies, but I'm not a good driver. I'm a stereotypical driver.
I'll park for you. Don't worry about it.
Thank God. Because it was a big truck and I shouldn't have been driving it, which I shouldn't be driving, period. So it really doesn't matter what size vehicle I'm in. Anyway. So I couldn't get it parked in the parking garage. There was my first problem. Finally got that under control. Parking in Austin is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Something needs to be done. Whenever I'm big and famous and you're reading this, Austin, do something about it. So I go to the rooftop place. We have a really good time. He's a sweet gentleman, everything exactly as he portrayed himself to be. And very kind and loving or loving, just kind, I guess.
He's a good friend. That says he's a good friend.
There you go.
Yeah.
But hindsight, because I didn't really know him as a good friend then. So we had a really great time at the rooftop place. I had a couple drinks and I couldn't drive home. So him being the gentleman that he is, was like, look, let me take you. We'll get you this hotel that's across the street.
That's nice.
Yes. Downtown Austin. Very expensive, right?
Yeah.
I don't have that kind of money at this time, but so we go down there. He's like, I'll take you to this hotel and you can stay here. Well, and I'm like, okay, that's a good idea, right? That seems like a good idea to me. And as we're walking there, this seems to be a bad idea to me because I'm seeing all of these people that are on the sidewalks because it's downtown. Of course, there's going to be people on sidewalks. Whenever I go to the hotel, there's a bunch of people outside in front of the hotel. Small town country girl, I see people in there, homeless people that I am not acquainted with.
Right.
That part of life, right? Very sheltered life from where I was from. So I see these homeless people and I get scared. And there's just people walking it's like midnight and these people are just walking around. It's just crazy to me. So I was very overwhelmed. I'd also had two like little mojito drinks, little spritzer things. So I was a little drunk.
Rum is strong. Don't discount it.
So I was like, feeling pretty good, right? And so all of a sudden, all these feelings start coming up, and he's walking me into this very nice hotel. Again, I can't remember the name of it. we go in, go up to the front desk. He says, I would like to get this young lady a room. And he gets out his wallet and everything. And I'm standing there just gripping my hands, white knuckled. Tears are coming down my cheeks. I'm silently crying. My throat is so like sore, like it feels like it's closing in on me. And he looks over at me and was like, tells the lady, he said, we're gonna need a minute. And I couldn't say anything. And speaking of red flags, right? This comes right from the red flag. He should have seen all these red flags from me. Dummy. And so pulls me to the side, and I just, as you often know, you've been victim to my overflow of information. I just started crying. I was like, I didn't know that this, but I've never stayed in a hotel by myself before, and I don't know, what if somebody comes in, and what do I do? And there's all these people outside, and what if they try and come in? Like, it was just overwhelming. So I just sobbing uncontrollably like a jack-a-ninny, whatever one of those is. and he's like, oh, it's okay. Like, he doesn't know what to do, right? He wants to cry because he's like, oh my God, what's going on? Like,
he's like, I'm just trying to take care of this girl.
And I know he's got to be thinking, what a freaking lunatic, because I would have been, right? Like, so anyway, he was like, I didn't know what to do. I thought this would be the best solution. I was like, I know, like, it is a good solution. I'm just afraid, like. He was like, I can stay with you, but I didn't think that you would want me to do that. He's like, he goes, I can stay. If you want to sit in your truck, I'll stand outside. You can lock your truck, like, I'll wait with you. He's like, I didn't want to offer this because I've known you well enough now after talking that you're welcome to come stay at my home. You know, it's safe there. I have a dog, you know, and I knew about his dog. Like, it was a
He sounds amazing.
Like, he was such a good dude.
Yeah.
And this dog, the only reason why I mentioned the dog is because it was a rescue dog. It was a cadaver dog that he had specially trained to go, and he had found cadavers all around the United States.
Yeah.
So
search and rescue.
Yes. And so I just felt like he was just a really good guy and got to know him. And so that seemed like the best solution for me. That did not give me anxiety. It made me calm down. Like, my throat stopped closing in, and I think, that's probably a good idea. Why he would want me to after all that, I personally, if I were him, I'd be like, what a lunatic. She's gonna kill me. She's gonna come. I'm gonna bring her back to my lion's den, and she's gonna kill me. So he followed me back, because he didn't live very far. So I drove. He followed me back to get my truck, and then I sat in my truck. He came around to get me. I followed him. We drove to his house. We go in. It's just a quaint little house. Not far from there, so it was very nice, and got to meet his dog. It was a 3-bedroom, so he set me up in one of the bedrooms. It had all the great accommodations, and then all of a sudden he's like, look, you can have everything here, do whatever you need to, the bathroom's here. And he's like, I'm going to my room here, do whatever you need to do. I will not bother you. So he goes to his bedroom and starts brushing his teeth and doing all this stuff. And then all of a sudden I hear him announcing very loudly to the other side of the house, I'm coming into the other bathroom because I need my other mouthwash or whatever it was. Like, so he's announcing, and I'm laughing, like,
that's awesome.
Because I'm fully clothed in there, you know, like, kind of freaked out, but I did feel safe. So, and then I went to sleep. We woke up the next day. He was like, you're welcome to stay here. I've got to take, his dog's name is Max. Cute. And so he's like, I've got to take Max to some training. So I was like, look, I'll just leave whenever you do, and we'll go from there. And so we remained friends. We went on a couple more like kind of dates, but it just wasn't, he was very busy. I was very busy. It just wasn't a match, but I love him. I love him as a friend. I love Match.com because of him. And
Nice.
he's also another success story of online dating and
Oh,
online
nice.
meeting people online, just because it's like, I love that I met he, and he offers so much for enriches my life every time I'm around him. I don't get to see him a whole lot, but I just had such a great time. He has met my husband. He made the coolest camping thing. I don't even know. Do you know what it's called? It's like he took an old military something, military trailer for camping. You climb up, yeah, it's on hydraulics and it comes up.
Oh, wow.
And you tent camp in it, and it was amazing.
Wow. That
He's
sounds cool.
so talented, so
Yeah.
talented, and he let us borrow that. He was just so proud of that, as he should
That
be,
sounds
right?
cool, yeah.
So, ooh, maybe we'll have him come on. Maybe you can talk. So that's a good dating story,
Yeah.
and I know that there's not a whole lot of him.
That's a really
Yeah,
good
he's a
one.
really good guy, and so
He's my age? He's 50?
yes,
Okay.
yes,
That's cool.
yeah, and he's just I have he just offer every. I feel like whenever you talked about a bad friend, right? So he often is apologizing when he's messaging back because he's worse with his phone than I am.
Yeah.
Well, not now. Now I'm the same, but at the time I was more texting and, calling, and he would message me out of the blue and be like, "Hey, yeah, sorry I never replied. I'm doing this, blah blah blah." Like, he's
Yeah.
just very busy, and he's always taking care of his parents that live in one of the Carolinas.
Oh,
So
nice.
he retired a while back. He made some really good investments.
That's great.
Yes, and so I need to get a hold of him, actually. He would love to hear this about this adventure and probably invest in some way. Like, yes, because
That would be
he's just,
fantastic.
he's a really good dude.
It'd be great to meet him. He sounds
Yes.
wonderful.
I would love for you guys to meet him. He'd get along with both of you guys. He came to my son's birthday party. Like,
Aw.
we had it over at my sister and brother-in-law's, and he came to that, and my brother-in-law just loved him, like, because he's just a good dude.
Yeah.
And yeah, he likes to talk a lot of crap. Oh, you get
Nice.
along with him great. Yes. Listening to the two of you would be amusing. So,
That would be so much fun.
mm-hmm.
So, like, you've met friends, you say you're LS, lifestyle. Lifestyle meaning.
Anything, as long as you're accepting of what I do, then you're in the lifestyle,
Okay.
meaning BDSM, swinging, kink, fetish, anything that the lifestyle means to
Yeah.
whoever wants to put that label on it. I guess if you have to have a label.
Right, exactly. And it's like, just briefly on fetish and BDSM, it's amazing how many people participate and enjoy those things and not even realize. They're like, oh no, I
Oh,
would
yeah.
never.
My husband says all the time, anytime, because I'm not a big TV watcher, but he watches movies, and he's
Yeah.
like, man, all of do you remember this scene in such and such where they were doing this, and like they were sitting on cakes or stepping on a cupcake? He's like, that's a fetish thing. And I'm like, no, I've never seen that movie. But that doesn't surprise me. And he's like, they're sneaking it in movies everywhere. Like, and you look back at all of these movies, and it's like, it is interesting. Like, fetishes are in everything, and anything can be a fetish.
Yeah.
So but I never thought of any of that until
Yeah, exactly.
he pointed that out.
A lot of people in the industry that I work in, they had a problem with the movie 50 Shades of Grey because it wasn't realistic. Like, for them, they're talking about certain things happening in the book that were not true. Like, that it doesn't happen.
I don't even really remember it. The only thing that I remember about that was the fact that you shouldn't have to be talked into anything, and it was more of a instead of a consensual, it was like you'll either comply or you're out.
Oh, yeah,
Is
that's
what
weird.
that's kind of seemed like to me, right? Because he was like, look, you either have to do this. And she was like, well, maybe I guess that's the only kind of thing that I really had against that.
Well, they talk about that being like the BDSM, like, oh my God, you have to read the books, you have to watch the movie, but what about the secretary? Watch the secretary and get back to me, okay?
Now that movie I've seen because of all the controversy that I heard about it. It's like, oh, everybody, you got to watch this. And so I did watch that one.
It was so good.
I need to watch it again though, because that was like years ago. It was
Yeah.
whenever I first started getting dirty, like whenever.
Adventurous. It's not dirty, adventurous.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
When you became more of who you really are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, but I that's why I say it with quotation marks, I guess.
Dirty. So, okay, so being who you are, living your lifestyle, do you feel ever like it has influenced your relationship with your partner or your parents or your children or your friends? Like, have you ever experienced where they don't understand or they treat you differently or make comments, like either they're afraid to talk about it or they just talk about it? Like, has that ever come up for you where things are different because they are now in the know of what you like?
My family doesn't really know what I do. They know
Yeah.
what I do. They don't know to what extent.
Okay.
So I am, this is kind of a not a touchy subject in a bad way, but it's kind of tricky because I am proud of what I do, but I also, going back to talking to people and people listening, what is my family ready to receive from me? Because they know me as my real name is not Blaze Matrix, obviously. So they know me as that other person who,
your birth name.
yeah, but that person doesn't even exist anymore.
Yeah.
Like that person, I burned that whole thing down. Like
You grew out of that shell.
oh my, and blew it up after I realized what it was. And it's like, so they don't know really me as me anymore because I've lived here for so long. After I moved here, I went into a depression for 5, almost 6 years of my life. 5 years of my life. So I lost 5 years of my life of being me, and then coming out of that, emerging into who I am now.
Yeah.
I'm nothing of who I used to be.
Yeah.
I'm not that wounded gazelle that everybody needs to protect.
Yeah.
I am a powerful beast
Yeah.
who I protect myself, but the interesting thing is I never have to do anything to do that because the people around me will attack you before I even have a chance.
Yes.
So it's very interesting that wounded gazelle turned into someone who can take care of herself and then some, but I don't even have to. So I didn't have to then, and I don't have to now.
Yeah.
But it's powerful to know that I have that ability.
Oh, of
So,
course.
but going back to your topic, because I went way off topic.
No, you're not.
Back to my family doesn't really know. So whenever we go to family gatherings and play games, it's very awkward because they do, like, we have this game like Would You Rather. I don't know if anybody's played it. It's not a bad game, but so they have Would You Rather, and it's questions like, would you rather have a threesome with your spouse
Or somebody else's.
or would you rather watch your spouse have intercourse with another person, or would you rather stab yourself in the eye? And it's like, what?
I'll take 1 and 2.
What? And then so me and my husband were sitting there and we're reading this card and like, well, this is gonna be like to us, it's like, well, duh. I already know what everybody else is gonna pick.
Yeah.
And I know what I'm gonna pick. And I know what my husband wants to pick, but he's not gonna pick. So we're sitting there at the table and everybody's straight up poking their eye. Oh, I'll stab myself in the eye. I can't watch my wife. I gotta stab myself in the eye. And so it's like, man, it gets down to my husband, and my husband, of course, oh yeah, I'm stabbing myself in the eye. Because it's my family, right? He's not trying to make waves. And he's like, this is just the easiest. Well, me, not me.
Yeah.
I'm putting it all out there, right? And so then they're like, oh, you would rather, and it's like, yes, I would rather. Why?
Have you seen these eyes?
Well, it's like, man, so I'll try and steer the conversation away, but it's like, because to me, saying that, oh, I'd rather poke myself in the eye out is a further jab into saying that what I'm doing is bad. And it's like, I get it. It's not that deep. It's a game of would you rather, but it's still, to me, since I do so fully believe in what I believe in, I guess. Well, I practice what I preach. And so I always want to keep things on the up and up. Now, I have been in different situations. Like my son asked me one time, my friend made me a pineapple bag and it has upside down pineapples everywhere, and it's pink and green and yellow, and I like it, like sunny, and my son's like, oh, pineapples, huh? And I was like, oh yeah, isn't it cute? Like, and they just sat it down and let's keep walking, going about our business. Oh yeah, that's how he said it. Yeah, pineapples. You guys are swingers, and I thought, don't miss a beat, don't miss a beat. And I'm like, and then just kind of walked into the kitchen, you know, and it's just like I didn't give any wind to it whatsoever. Didn't dismiss it, and the next time I made sure to bring the pineapple bag so as not to, you know, make it seem like it detoured me. But my family's very judgmental, extremely judgmental, because I used to be judgmental. I used to be exactly what my family is. I used to be those people. So it's like, I understand where they're coming from. I will take that bullet whenever I'm ready. But so they don't know really a whole lot about it.
But your son, so you're saying your son is giving like context clues that he knows. So is it something that's ever been in conversation? And your son's not young. Your son is an adult.
My son is 26.
Yes.
And my daughter's 24. And they both, again, they don't know me like this. They know the old me, the old goody me that didn't live any bit of this. And so I cannot imagine. To him, I'm sure it's very far-fetched, but at the same time, I'm sure with how different the complete 360 that I've done with everything, I don't know that he would think it was so far-fetched anymore, I guess. Now that I'm saying it and talking about it right now out loud, it's like, well, maybe not. But
is he an adventurous person? Like, is he somebody who goes outside of his comfort zone? I'm not talking about sexually. I don't expect you to know that.
So that's funny that you asked, because I would have said no. He's like I say old man using that term loosely because what is old, right? He's an old soul, and he goes, I need to be in bed by 9:30. Like he
takes after you.
Yeah.
And
like, because I didn't used to be like this, and he didn't used to be like that. But I actually forgot what question you even asked me that, because I was going so far.
Talking
around.
about like has your relationship, been affected, like your family? Do they know anything, say anything?
So friends, I will say with friends, I have stopped giving my energy to people, frankly. I know who my core group of friends are, and I know I have a lot of things going on right now, and so my time is not plentiful.
Yeah.
And so I try and distribute it where it needs to go the most.
Yeah.
And I've neglected a lot of friends over the past few, well, many months. Family, even more so than before, because I'm not, even calling.
Yeah.
So that's affected it, but I don't really talk to my friends about fetish stuff that I'm doing because we kind of talk about what we're doing to enrich each other's lives and what projects we're working on and that kind of stuff. And so I guess it's all they are supportive of me. I guess
Good.
I've never had to. The only time I really censor what I say to people is around acquaintances. So I try and keep that because I used to be, I'm a fetish model, like, because I was very proud. Like, people, what do you do? I'm a fetish model.
Yeah.
And now I understand why people keep that close to them.
Yes.
So because of all of those things that other people bring with that.
Yeah.
So, and that's, so I guess that's how I conserve my energy. It's like, you know what? I am very selective with what I say and what I share.
Yes. Yeah.
That's so interesting because I did not realize that until I was just talking about it right now with you. Like, I'm very selective.
You begin to train yourself.
Yeah.
Like, oh, that was uncomfortable, or I would like to manage this conversation,
Well,
and it's not going to be productive if they
and
know.
I try and get someone to where I'm at in a journey, and it's like you can't skip. I call it skipping time. You can't skip time whenever you're right here to get someone to try and understand to get them over here.
Yeah.
You have to walk them through that,
Yeah.
and if they don't have all that information, they're not going to receive it correctly at all.
That's true.
And so it's like, well, I've learned I enjoy talking to you and Chris and Nathan and all of these different people about these creative aspects, but otherwise I don't really talk to a lot of people. I know that I don't I'm not really big on parties anymore because I don't do very good at small talk.
Yeah.
And I also don't want to jump into my full life story, so it's altered my life slightly to some degree, and then in another degree entirely. Like with doing what we're doing now, I don't talk to anybody about it.